Hello, beautifuls of the feed. It's me, Benji. Welcome back to another general reading from me for you. I hope that you're having a great day. Um, I'm just going to be starting off with getting the general energy. If you do resonate, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and definitely leave a comment if you feel like it. And check out my personal readings in the description box. You can just go to my website and check it out if you like. So let's get the general energy going and see what's up today. What I'm getting is straight away from this that there is going to be like a decision that's going to be having to be made. It's very interesting. We have the five, six, seven, the seven of swords and the emperor that has come out. So it very much goes to show that we have like strategy, tactics, or deception, or some form of, like trickery happening. And then we have the emperor card, which is very much giving me like taking a very like non-emotional approach but being very logical, but like at the same time I feel like this energy that you're going to have to make a decision about is going to be very, it's almost feeling narcissistic, and I don't think I've ever felt that energy from a reading before straight away. I I'm like actually so intrigued right now. The emperor card really just gives me that fiery energy, like it's like you're going to have to make a choice, and it's very logical, like because there is deception and trickery going on. Um, let's see what else comes out today. We have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is really giving me maybe like the vibe of like what's been promised to you, and the sense of like what's been deceived or like, woven over your eyes maybe. It's very interesting. It just gives me like this card's like really abundance and stuff and like happiness and joy. And what I'm really getting from this is a twin flame situation, because we got the Two of Cups that have come out. So we have the Ten of Cups and then the Two of Cups, but because we have like the general energy for this reading being like you're going to have to make a choice because this person is basically tricking you. That's what I'm getting from this. They are really trying to weave this picture of joy and happiness, and I really feel like they are not like generally in this energy, and I think they're really putting on like a front, like a mask. That's what I get from this. It's very much interesting. I can't believe this is so like powerful, and like it's just really coming out so quickly. It's so interesting. Okay, so our next card is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is really giving me the sense of like frustration and like a battle. Like there is some sort of like like it gives me like arguments in a way. We have the Moon, and we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Three of Cups. So this one's really interesting to me as well, because I'm getting third party vibes, like there is someone else or something else that's there, and I feel like this is causing the opposite side to really, it's like really interesting. I feel like currently they're like having a tumultuous vibe with this third party, and not so much you, but I feel like you have to make a choice to really stick around or not. Like that's what I'm kind of getting. It's very interesting here. I feel like there is so much going on when it comes to this other side. Like they have this other offer of a third party, and it's really like giving them the moon energy. It's like it's going to bring them a little bit of guilt, and maybe like like the things that cause those internal feelings. It's just really interesting here. I feel like they're having a battle like within themselves, but also I feel like it's very interesting that they are trying their best to like show you the complete opposite of what's really going on. um this third party situation really just gives me a vibe of like just it really seems like it could be something to do with like another lover, but like I really don't get that specifically, but it could do. I really just get that this is just a person that is in their life that is like really putting a lot of control on them. We have the strength card that's come out. We have the five, six, seven, eight, the Eight of Swords. They feel bound. They want to win at all costs, and we have the World. They want to go on an adventure. So I really feel like, in the sense of like, what I'm getting here is either side has strength, and I think either side feels bound by the situation. It's very much a twin flame situation. I feel like you're in a situation where this person is very much like hot and cold a lot of the time, but currently they may seem like they're being uber nice. Um, that's kind of what I'm getting because they want to win at all costs. They want to like have they want to like keep you around. It's really interesting. It's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like they don't want to lose you as much as I feel like you might be moving away slowly from this person and disconnecting and actually wanting to move. That's what I'm getting from it. I feel like what I get from both sides, it's very dual. They like have strength. The world is in their hands. So like on both sides, the world is in your hands. Like when this comes apart. And we have the Knight of Wands, which is the sense of adventure and freedom. So I really feel like the Ace of Pentacles here is giving me that too. It's like a newfound freedom, ideas, new expression, creativity. So it's kind of like really interesting here. It's showing that like this twin flame situation is really just it's interesting. Like there is a choice to be made. There is definite tactics and strategy going on here. And the vibe that I'm getting from this, like the Emperor, it's like just gives me fire signs, and very like earth as well. I get earth and fire from there. I know it is fire, but I get earth as well from like all the concrete and like the mountains and stuff in the background. And he's very grounded, so earth and fire signs, I would say. Um, this is maybe about. Is there anything else that we need to have come out? So this is really giving me the sense of like you're going to have to make a choice. It's really like a sense of like making that decision to move forward for you, instead of really thinking about the other person. I really do get a sense of like, yeah, 5, 6, 7. The 7 of Wands. I feel like it's battle on your side. I feel like you're always trying to like you're not battle like as in like toxic. I just feel like you're always just trying to like battle to move forward with things with this person, and I feel like it's very frustrating because I feel like it's almost like one-sided in a way. That's what it feels like. We have the 5 of Cups. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely giving that vibe, right? And then there's a sense of walking away from it here. So we have the 5 of Cups, and then we have the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is giving, like walking away from a situation, like really just moving away from it and moving on, and really just like taking that time to heal and that moving away from. So interestingly enough, these cards are very much showing that there is, it's just going to be frustrating, and there's going to have to be like a choice that's going to be made. I felt that right at the beginning, right? And instantly said it. And then this card came out. This one's straight up giving, like, you're going to have to make a choice, These cups are a little bit broken. I feel like this situation is a little bit broken, and it might not be able to be healed without space. But at the same time, the universe is really showing you that there is something waiting for you. There is something waiting for you, and by making this choice is really just going to bring you to newfound opportunities and abundance, and just like finding more of your higher true self, and just really integrating yourself with everything. That is really beautiful. So this reading's like kind of interesting because I got this instantly. Normally sometimes it's like kind of cloudy and stuff, but this reading was so clear. I am going to just like do some clarifications like I normally do, because why not? Let's do the hidden heart secrets to begin with. And let's just get some cards for you about the situation, for your hidden hearts, and then for this other situation, the person that is deceiving you, or, using some sort of tactics and strategy. So the first cards that will come out will be for the other person, and then the second lot will be for you. So return. They want to make amends, opportunity, second chance with you. I feel like this is the vibe I was getting, is that they don't want to let you go as much as they probably hurt you, like in a cycle. That's what I'm getting, is that they want to just like come back in, and I feel like that's where the deception comes in. They're going to really try to show you that like they've changed, or like they're different, or like there is something going on that they're really, interestingly enough, like they have an open heart. they're receptive, they're empathetic and vulnerable. But I feel like with this deception card, like I feel like these are the things that are being very deceptive. The family card has come up. That like that's very much goes with this 10 of Cups, but it's straight up like deceiving for it. So it's like not really true what they want. So this one here is really giving me the vibe of like what will happen. They will just run, like they're gonna promise all these things, and then they're just gonna run again and ghosting, disappearing, invisible, like, and then they'll probably say that they're focused on themselves and they're like self growth and self focus and self finding. So at the end of the day, I feel like they are doing all of this probably. They probably have these hidden away in their heart, but on the surface level, they can't get out of this cycle. So as much as they want to do all these things, they can't stop running because it always gets to a point where they have to ghost and it overwhelms them and like the emotional need of something is too much, or it's really giving me that, and then they turn to like having to look at themselves and focus on self growth and stuff. But I feel like in the sense of self growth, they don't really grow. They always come to a point where they don't have to change, or they don't have to do what is necessary for themselves to really be the person like that's truly in their deep in their heart. Like they have to heal some things, but I feel like the healing doesn't really come into play because they always go back into the old patterns, which is very trauma like. We have depth, they have awareness, they have importance, and they have value for this. They do get it, but I think they're trapped, right? Like they're very much trapped in a cycle, and I think you're not anymore. I think you're ready to make a choice to break free and to, allow the universe to bring you those new things of abundance because you deserve the best. That's really beautiful. So, interestingly enough, I thought it was going to be like more harsh because of the deception and trickery. But I really think what I got from those cards now is that they're deceiving you with something that they actually truly want. It's really, really interesting because they truly want this thing, but they can't do it because that always gets to a point where they have this moon energy and they get offers from someone else, or they have like a third party situation that always gets in the way or stops them from feeling like they're good enough because they keep doing the same things over and over, whether it's cheating, whether it's partying with friends instead of, maybe being with you. I feel like that's not really a given, but at the same time, like, it just gives that vibe of like, this person doesn't spend enough time with you. They really get other offers and they like maybe choose to do those things, and then they end up feeling very guilty and very bad because they don't spend enough time with you. And I think that's where the frustration comes from. And the moon energy is really giving me that like self-imposed limitations from that person because they really make like bad decisions. And the card that just came out is bitterness. So like resentment, anger, and hurtful words. So I feel like this card is for you because the next cards were going to be for you. So I feel like this person has probably said hurtful things to you. They probably have got angry, and I feel like you have that resentment for them a little bit. Moonlight Guidance mentioned me in followers in a comment. Okay, cool. So I feel like they have definitely not been like the nicest person to you over the time that you've known them. This is really clear for you. This is what's happening. And by learning the lesson, making a choice and moving on is how you clear this debt. I'm pretty sure, right? Consequences, cause and effect, and debts, karma. So this is some sort of karma that you need to pay to the universe. And I guess that's kind of like how I'm going with it, because it seems like this situation is going to keep going around and around and around until a point where your karma cycle breaks and you break it and you actually get yourself out of it. So very much, oh my God, you're gonna have to make a choice, right? Do you want to stay in this or do you not? I feel so sassy right now, but I feel like in this situation, as hard as it is, and I know how hard it is to get away from a situation because you feel so connected to it, it is the right thing. You want a family. Like, I feel like this is the thing. They're going to promise you the things that you want to keep you there. And this is the best way to manipulate someone into staying, is by using their vulnerabilities and the things that they long for. Alrighty, we have bluff. So this one is giving me pretending, mask, and exaggeration. So it does seem like you have the sense of knowing that there is a bluff happening. I think you're kind of like waking up to their bluff, to the mask that they have. And I think you see it. You see that they pretend when they're around you a lot. Because I think you have seen them be happy, right? And you've seen them be in a good place. And I think you see them now and they say they're in a good place, but you see the surface level like mask of like happiness that they're putting on over the thing that's in their head. And maybe you're talking to them about stuff and they're trying to stop you from talking about it because it's too much for them to think about or like talk about because it's overwhelming because they've got so much going on in their head, but they're really putting that mask on to seem like they're in a good place, right? Like that's what I'm getting, and I feel like you're seeing this. We have resistance, secret, admire, suppressing, and timid. So this is giving me the sense of what you're denying the universe to do for you. You have a secret admirer that's not going to come forward until you get rid of, cut this connection off completely. This person is suppressing it and being very timid because they don't want to come in until after that energy is gone. Like they want to be respectful to you and they really admire you. Okay. So you're very resisting the, universe trying to bring you in something. We have intimacy, which is giving me like this new person that wants to come in from this resistance card, interestingly enough, is bonding. They want to be sensual and confiding. They really want to like care. They want to care. And I feel like that's the vibe I get from that. They are mindful. They are probably really secure in themselves. They probably have a good job and they probably just like they want to look after you in a way without the unhealthy codependency and trauma bonding and stuff. Because I don't get trauma bonding from this. I get like intimacy bonding, bonding on a level where it's healthy. We have mistakes. So what I'm getting is that you get the feeling of this person that you've just made a choice about. If you do choose to leave in that sense, then you start to realize that they are very misunderstood. So you like start seeing it. I've been feeling like you actually start seeing this. Like you see the mask, but I think you start understanding more that they just have made so many mistakes and they're like a lost soul, like a victim to, almost like the karma of the universe and DNA karma, like, ancestral karma. And they're very misunderstood. So this is going to bring on a little bit of sadness. It brings sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. So I think like with anything that is super close to you or like, like that, and you do cut it out of your life, it can be really sad, right? And it can feel like a great loss and you have extreme grief and like you can almost get depressed from it. So I feel like with this, it seems very hard, like this decision to make. But as much as this reading is really saying make the decision, fate can be changed. But like at the same time, I really think that this reading is going to show who this is for. This situation is only ever going to go around in circles. And it just seems like it's not going to change anytime soon, which is interesting to me because there's self-development going on the other side. It's just telling you not to wait, right? It's like telling you not to be patient. It's telling you not to sit around and wait for this person to be ready for you because you're pretty much ready. So the universe wants you to move forward and be ready and be with someone that is also ready. That's what I'm getting from all of this. I think today I'm going to move on to some oracle cards. Oh, they were like the heartfelt ones were oracle cards. But let's do oracle cards. But first, let's do a daily tarot and get a daily affirmation going. If you are enjoying the video and you're resonating, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment and check out my personal readings if you would like a personal reading direct from me. And they're pretty much just these YouTube readings and I let you choose all the cards that you want to choose. I am planning on getting some more when I can. Some of them are quite expensive, but I will be doing that and adding the list to them like over time. All right, we have a daily affirmation that's popped out. I devote time to connect and listen to my inner self. The Four of Swords. There we go. That one is really giving, like, you need to make a choice. You need to listen to your inner self, and you need to very much get rid of the, out of like, mind stuff. And like, you really need to go inward and go to your inner self and really ask your inner self, do I want this still? Do I still want to be in this position? Can I move forward? And am I like strong? Like, I feel like you are. The strength card is right here. This is such a beautiful reading. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna do the fairies today because fairies, I love the fairies, and I'm a fairy. I think I'm a fairy. Like I'm a magical fairy, and I work with the fairies. So like I feel like I'm a fairy, right? That was the first one. If you want to know anything about me, this was the first oracle deck that I got, and then this was the second, which is like a kind of like smaller one, but it's the Threads of Fate Shadow one. Shadows and fairies honestly saved my life. Let's just go with that. Star seeds. I'm going to do star seeds today because I feel like there's definitely some messages from the star seeds for this reading. Let's see what they are. Oh, I went out for breakfast this morning. I actually got picked up by a friend. They happy surprised me, and we went out and had I had like a chicken and barbecue ciabatta thing, and I got this like drink, and oh my god, my whole body was shuddering. I was like, what's happening to me? But it was called Energizer, and it was like banana. It was all organic stuff, so banana, peanut butter. It had like coffee in it, and it had cinnamon, and it was all blended together. And I'm like, oh, what is this? But honestly, now I feel great. Like I've never felt better after drinking a drink. I recommend it. It was from Coffee Culture. If you live in New Zealand, by the way, it was called Energizer. Pretty good, but pretty not good. We have karmic relationships that's come out from the stars, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So I really feel like this is a karmic relationship. So it's like a twin flame karmic. So it's very interesting that this is coming out because I feel like with karmic relationships, they're there to like teach you something so that you can move forward in life. So like this choice that you got to make is really part of that learning process. We have the empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. I can imagine right now that you probably take on a lot of this person's energy and their stress and their, the things that they go through. And I think you care a lot, and I think you're very empathetic. And I think it's time for you to like focus on you. And I know that's so hard for like empathetic people to do, but it's really like easy once you do it. Let me just say that because I kind of love the vibe of being in solitude sometimes now because I know that I'm not alone. And I feel like once you can get to that place and you can be so free from the confines of everything that holds you down when you're just alone. Yeah. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. So this is really giving that the universe, the gods, the deities, whatever you want to call them or say, they are spirit guides, just all those things. They are so there on your side, and they just want you to understand if you're loyal to them and you trust them, you are going to be gifted with safety and protection through this journey when it comes to spiritual stuff, and you're going to be protected spiritually, and you're really going to be given this brand new thing that is going to be extremely beautiful from the Ace of Coins here. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to move on to the fairies. I'm just going to do one card from the fairies today because I like reading the book and sometimes it can get a bit much. So I will do one card. Well, we got one card. They're all so fluttery. I love the fairy cards because they flutter out. They're like different. Celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. So this is, interestingly enough, this is what I'm getting from this new person. Like if you make this choice, then like there is an invitation waiting for you. I don't know how that works, but like the energy is going to be felt and you'll get an invitation. Okay, an invitation to a special occasion could be on the way. So it's time to put on your dancing shoes or be ready to kick off your shoes and dance in bare feet in nature. Have you been working too hard recently? Perhaps you've just forgotten what it's like to have fun. It's so easy to get wrapped up in work and in the more mechanical and mundane activities of daily life, which means we often forget to prioritize essential fun time. This card reminds you that it's time to celebrate, whether you go out or stay in. Perhaps you could invite some good friends around and host your own fairy themed party, or even a fairy ball. Even when times are challenging, there's always something to celebrate. You don't need an official reason. Just being alive is more than worthy, cause a worthy cause for celebration. Dance, rejoice, and celebrate life in all its magical glory. Do you have a birthday soon? Or is there a special anniversary coming up that may have slipped your mind? Always make sure to keep a diary to mark down special occasions so you never have to miss a thing. And have your party clothes ready just in case you receive an unexpected invitation. It's good to be spontaneous, as that's where there's always an extra sprinkling of fairy dust and magic. Fairies are excellent at celebrating. They find the fun even in little things and need no excuse for a party. The energy of celebration is around you right now. It's beautiful. Well, for some reason, it seems like this kind of situation, this choice to move on, and seems like something to celebrate. Wow. Okay. Thank you, fairies. I love that. All right. All right. All right, mate. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Okay, let's do Gaia. Man, Gaia is always a good one to look at. Let's do something that represents this situation. I think it's pretty clear. All right. He's saying that a lot today. All right. All right. Okay, we have intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. We have flame tree, start of something new. So what I'm getting from this new person's going to be whispering to you from afar. You probably already feel like something is there. Like I feel like there is this feeling, like you know. Flame tree is the start of something new. So this one really goes to show that like this choice is going to be made. It seems like a very definite hard choice, but like fate can always be changed. Like maybe you don't leave this situation and you try one more time. I'm not sure, but we have lost love. This one is giving me surrender, healing, and release. So it's very giving, like you're gonna move away from that moon energy, like that person that's really in the moon energy, and like I know that they're like focusing on themselves. And you can't feel bad about moving away from someone that's self growth because like they really need to be in solitude to do that. So ultimately it's probably like the most loving thing to do is to move away from that person so they can work on themselves properly. And where there is a distance and you don't go back and you really are strong, I think this person will over time realize, not that it matters, they'll realize that they've lost something that's so amazing and great that they will probably, even though they may never get you back, they will just literally work on themselves so they can be a better person because they don't want to do that again to someone else. I really get that from this person, but this person struggles so much without maybe that situation happening, like a full disconnect happening. I really don't think they'll get it until that happens. And I think that's why this is this reading today. The Temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. So this one is really giving the vibes of this reading. It's very deceptive and, being seduced, being, like a broken promise, which is like the abundance, the happiness and stuff. Like this promise of happiness and like fulfillment and stuff. I really feel like that's not really there. And as much as it is there, I think what we got from all of this is that there is a mask up and this person is putting on a mask. So it's not real. So, like, that's where the seduction is. They're really deceiving you with the things that they're saying to you. And a lot of the things that they are saying may just be white lies. They may not be like so far from, the being the truth or anything like that. I just think that they're just not willing to fully go there with the truth with you. That's super interesting. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go to our last card that I normally do. And the other day I didn't do this. So my second, well, these are actually my favorite at the moment, which are the Amazonian cards. And our Amazonian card is Usko Aya and Sumak Nostar, Angels of the Sacred Union. I kind of figured this was going to come out. So it looks like that. All Alrighty, let's grab this book. I guess let me know if you're gonna make a choice or not. I know it's hard, but like if you want, just let me know. There may be a situation in my life that I have to make a choice about. This could relate to something and a person, so maybe I will. I maybe I claim the new thing. I know that sounds bad, but like, maybe I do want to experience life and be spontaneous. It sounds so fun, right? Okay, Usko Ea and Simic Nista, Angels of the Sacred Union. Jesus replied, when you make the two one, and when you make the inner as the outer, and the outer as the inner, and the above as the below, and when you make the male and the female into a single one, so that the male will not be female and the female will not be male, the female will not be female, then shall you enter the kingdom. So basically be genderless. Combine both into one and be dual. Okay, that is from the Gospel of Thomas. So by drawing this card today and the representation of this card for the viewer, it is pretty much you're in the process of recognizing and acknowledging the male and female principles that exist within you. You have already done so. The recognition is something to sublime, refined, and exquisite, yet majestic beyond words. It is the quintessence of the totality of the divine creator. You know that you are the embodiment of Shiva and Shakti. Shakti. I don't know how to say that properly. And it may have been a long and arduous personal journey for you to have to come to this point in your life. Here at this place, you're indeed at the process of transcending boundaries that have the potential to open new horizons for you. You are on the path to meet your twin flame as you continue your personal spiritual development. Recognize your inner sacredness and move toward unconditional self-acceptance. You transmit this new frequency or vibration into the ether of the world. You find that this love will be reflected towards you and attract you as a magnetic force in your twin flame to each other. It is not like thinking about your twin flame, what they will look like, will they be the right partner, and so on. It is best to have no preconceptions or expectations in this regard. This is a deep soul connection, and you will know that you have been drawn together for the yearning for the soul to experience oneness and completeness. This connection is a sense of fulfillment that only the sacred union can bring, and a heart communication that you have maybe only dreamed. It is as if you both share the same consciousness, a body, a mind, a soul connection that goes beyond time. Call upon Usku Aya and Samak Nusta to aid you in this inner and outer quest. It's really beautiful today because this is really just kind of like diving into the fact that like this goes with this reading. Like I can't believe how much it goes with it. It's really just going to show that like this choice that needs to be made is leading to sacred union, which is what I would call true twin flame, true soul connection. I feel like there's a lot of karmic connections, and it's really hard to differentiate between karmic and twin flame and soul connection, at least for me in readings. But when I get these cards to come out, it can really go to show that this is it was a karmic connection. The one that you are currently in is karmic, and it's like a debt. It needs to be paid. And you essentially need to get to a point where you realize you need to actually move away from this person and disconnect from them. This is waiting for you once you do that. Okay, sacred union, a true twin flame soul connection, which I think is really beautiful. I am going to leave the reading there. Please definitely like this video if you resonated, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And also, thank you so much to everybody that has actually subscribed in the last like 24 hours or like day or two. And just in general, I just want to say like thank you so much like for the support. It's been amazing. A lot of subscribers, like a few hundred subscribers overnight, and I woke up and I was like, so thank you. I really appreciate the support and all of that, and thanks for believing in me, and thanks for allowing me to believe in me as well. And I know it's not up to you to do that, but like when I first started like a month and a half ago, I really felt nervous and I felt like I didn't have it in me, but like I've come to realize that I'm like stronger. Like this has helped me so much in my journey. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I feel super connected to all of you, even though I've never met you. Okay, take care, and I'll see you next one. Bye bye.